You know, they say that dreams are real only as long as they last. Couldn't you say the same thing about life?
I was always there for my brother and sisters. The last maybe 8-9 months, I lived underneath the porch where the daddy long legs were, and I hid my... What?
You guys still alive?
Yeah, we're alive.
What were you saying?
We're all accounted for. Aye, aye. That's a life. When you have life and it's a privilege, just remember that it's a grace. More than people, it's appointed by God. And God's the one that's actually opens that door. But you can screw it up too. You can look at grace and throw it away. Or play with it, toy with it. Don't ever toy your opportunities away from you. Because if you do, you could lose that privilege of going to school and all that. Stay away from bad people, stupid people. Because it's a waste of time. They're taking it out on anybody else, poor me attitudes and all that, wrong songs and all that. You can find that every day of the week. When you get empathetic and you start following people like that around, you sink your own boat. So you got to choose better friends. Cool friends, but better friends. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
If you choose the wrong ones. My foster brother ended up being a jerk. Even though he was a great drummer and a child prodigy, played on TV when he was 10. But he got an inheritance, $50,000, and thought that he was somebody that he wasn't. And then tried to boss me around saying, leave your girlfriend or leave the band. I was the songwriter, the orchestrator. Well, he's dating and whining and dining 3 and 4 women a week. Doing cocaine and drinking, you know?
Yeah, man.
I gladly left. I severed that relationship. It doesn't matter. I said, you just sank your own boat. You killed the band and don't realize it yet. I left. And so never let anybody put you in that box to berate you or maliciously treat you or make you feel indifferent, because you are well worth it.
Yeah, man.
And in time, you're going to be a great guitar player. In time, you're going to be a great doctor. But it takes work. From the ancient years ago. And I'm looking and I'm thumbing through it, and it's like the God guy of all black and whites. He's like the dude. I'm reading about him stuff. So I buy the book. It cost me like $25 or something like that, right? I'm gonna have a good read. So like I gotta go across the United States. I'm driving across the United States. But before I go, well, I'll stop in Cambridge at the coffee shop. I'm gonna get myself kind of a brunch thing. It was around noon, right? You know, not quite noon, but kind of before then, so a brunch. I'm sitting there eating my brunch. And this guy comes up to me. And he looks. And he says, where'd you get that book? And he's teary-eyed. I go, what do you mean? I just bought that just up the street. He goes, are you kidding? I've been looking for my book. That's my book. And I go, no, man, I bought it. I thought he was like some old guy just losing his wit, you know? He goes, no, look at the picture. And it was the fucking author that's been looking for his fucking book all of his life that's been out of print. Wow. And I said, this is like the last part of November. And I go, early Christmas, man, Merry Christmas to you. It's your book. You're right, it's your book. I want you to have that. And he's just the tears coming down his face, man. Cambridge. This freaking black and white photographer and author of his own freaking book that he could never find again. He had a house, told me about his house burning down and all that stuff, and everything was gone. He had nothing. And I'm looking at him.
Did you give it to him?
I gave it to him.
Wow.
Well, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a
Did you get to read it first, or?
Not kidding, man. I mean, and look, I got attached to that book too. I thumbed through. So the SQ3Rs, I know that stuff biblically, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did, and I looked at it, and I kind of thought that he looked familiar, but and then he told me to flip to the back of it, and he goes, "Who's that?" "That's a younger me." I'm going, "Yeah, that's you, all right." And he's showing me his name, his license. And he said, "I've been looking for that forever, Mel. And you just walk in, you're like some angel guy?" I said, I have no idea, but I don't want my karma to flip on me. This is your book. You're right. It really is your book.
Mm-hmm.
Just because I $25, I bought him a copy too. I said, "Let me buy you a copy. Let's celebrate."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Is that a trip or what?
Yeah, that's crazy. You should have had him sign it.
It's his book.
Yeah.
I didn't keep the book. I gave the book to him.
No, but you got another one, you said.
No. You can't find the book.
Damn.
It's one of those books that nobody wants to let go of. They don't want to let go of it.
Yeah.
The black and white. Go look at the black and white. It's this dude. He's got glasses. And back then, it was like 30, 35 years earlier that he wrote this book.
Mm-hmm.
And it looked like the same damn guy with glasses, just salt and pepper hair. That's all.
Yeah.
And like he was reading, he's like one of those bookworms, that sits in the corner. And he's like scratching his head and that kind of stuff. What a trip, man.
Uh-huh.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's a trip.
It's something that was out of print. They're not going to put it in print because you're the author. And the publisher doesn't have to do what you say to do. He doesn't have to go and especially, you know how much it takes them to put something into print? For a publishing house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The greater good. So God will tell you and get in your heart and will mix you up and stir you up. And the devil will try to go for the ride. "No, man, you can't have your book. Like I said, I bought this book. No. Get away from me before I call the cops." That scenario could have changed many different ways. And that's what it should be when somebody does a story on that, because it should be the story on it. Cambridge. Author out of Cambridge. Black
Like
and white. I
London?
give you enough information to track that guy down. Then ask him, did the guy give you your book back? For free?
Did you get any credit?
I just gave it to him. I said, "Here, Merry Christmas."
Was it Christmas?
No, it was later November. This was in 2007. This was after 2007 on November 16th. It was past that date, a day past that date, so the 17th. That's when I bought that book. It was all over those figurines. And I'm going nuts and talking. This lady thought that I was nuts. "Well, come on in, just don't stand there. You've been standing in front of I spotted you from the parking lot. What are you, crazy? You want to come in and look at some bucks?" She's like one of those ornery. You don't mess with those kind of women. They're like, when they're real sweet. "Oh, take your time. I'm just opening up." This is in the morning, about at 9 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Could have been Saturday. Could have been Thursday. No, it wasn't a Saturday, because I played on a Saturday. So it was a Monday. Could have been a Sunday. See?
Solomon Grundy, born on a Monday.
But it was after I had played the concert with Natalie Merchant and Browns. That's who I played with. So that's why I was there in Cambridge. Anyways, in Massachusetts.
So it's Cambridge in Massachusetts, that's what you're saying?
I'm the 10,001 maniac.
I don't know why, I keep thinking of Cambridge like in London.
You're destined. You'll love it. Especially in that district where they have that, the college district is very cool. Good. Beautiful. The women there get out and move their butts. They have got tight cheekies and they know how to dress. They're not like weird people that like to be stinky and weird and hairy and stuff like that. Pickle herring. Remember that? You know, oh, it's a herring. It's a red herring.
No, that's a logical fallacy.
See?
The red herring. You
Right.
know it?
I know that one. So, but the women there, they're no red herrings.
No, not at all.
No, hell no, they're not.
Definitely not.
You'll never make it out of Cambridge. And the women pick